We're also going to fight to give much better health care than what you have right now. This is a newer subject, but Obamacare is a disaster. And I said, we're gonna do something about it. I saved Obamacare when we got John McCain's negative vote. You know, he voted against it after campaigning for many, many years. He said, thumbs down. That was an amazing night.
Hey guys, Max here, and that was Donald Trump sharing his thoughts on Obamacare at a recent Iowa rally. But it's less clear what those thoughts actually are, because Trump swings from calling Obamacare a disaster in one breath to claiming he saved Obamacare from John McCain in 2018.
Obamacare is a disaster. And I said, we're gonna do something about it. I saved Obamacare.
Is your brain bleeding yet? Yes, Obamacare is somehow back in the news again, mostly because Donald Trump can't stop promising to slash Americans' health care, even as Republicans scramble to try and convince Americans that's not what they're trying to do. And Trump's war on health care is certainly keeping the ghouls over at Fox News busy, because the GOP's message discipline is starting to break down.
They always want to point to Democrats and say this isn't working, but they never have a plan that says our plan is this and this is the plan that would work. Look, pulling health care from people, whether it is 1,000, 1,000,000, 10 million plus, which we have on Obamacare, is stupid. It's unwise. And I would even argue it's immoral.
You know things are bad when Fox News contributors are calling Republicans idiots on live TV, and when Fox's anchors don't have a single word to say in opposition. It turns out that stripping health care away from tens of millions of Americans is something even most Republicans recognize as political poison. It's a shame their candidate never got the memo. Now, you may remember when Senate Republicans tried over 50 times to repeal Obamacare, because for a while that's literally all they were trying to do. Well, the GOP wants another bite at that poison apple, because their latest plan is, well, the same as the other 50. According to the Nonpartisan Congressional Research Service, repealing Obamacare would instantly make 23 million Americans uninsured. It would also subject those with pre-existing conditions to removal from their current plan, even if they can still afford it. There's just one problem. Obamacare is really popular, like one of the most popular government programs in America popular. And the smarter Republicans know that, which is why so many of them are fighting so hard to keep their party away from this issue. But that's not gonna work, guys, because Donald Trump hates anything and everything Obama. So let's talk stats. The Washington Post crunched the numbers and found that only 1 in 5 Americans supported past efforts to kill Obamacare, and that number has fallen every year Obamacare has been enacted. What that means is that every year it gets politically harder to get rid of Obamacare. It's also pretty bipartisan, regardless of what Donald Trump says. The Kaiser Family Foundation found that 60% of Americans support keeping the program, and a Fox News poll, Fox News, found nearly a third of Republicans support keeping Obamacare. Now, that's impressive. And over on Fox News, Rupert Murdoch is making sure Republican politicians know Fox won't be following behind them if they choose to burn the party down repealing Americans' health care. Check out this truly surreal moment from Fox's Trey Gowdy, one of Obamacare's biggest opponents in Congress.
Much to the Republican chagrin, Obamacare has proven probably more popular than maybe what they thought. So why bring it up as an election issue when there are so many other things that are currently not going well in the country? Why would Republicans want to bring back up health care unless they have a replacement strategy?
Oh my God, Trey Gowdy is one of those Republicans. Trey Gowdy thought Obamacare wouldn't be popular. Trey Gowdy tried to repeal it 50 times. I'm sorry, but it's amazing to hear Trey Gowdy talk about this like it happened to somebody else. You want to see one of the guys responsible for putting the GOP in this position? It's this dork. Meanwhile, Democrats are just fine with Republicans choosing to steer their car into the same ditch that cost them at least 3 election cycles already. After all, letting your opponent defeat themselves is just good strategy. But there is someone who might need a little Obamacare of his own. 77-year-old Donald Trump, who even former allies say is not the guy he used to be. That's a really nice way of saying the Trump train is breaking down, and it ain't pretty to watch. Here's former Trump administration official Alyssa Griffin talking about her experiences with Trump's decline.
It's kind of remarkable. I was watching some of the clips from Trump's visit to Iowa, and I'm stunned, having spent a lot of time with him in 2020 and years before. he is slowing down. There's a lack of sharpness in what he's saying, and a lack of kind of clarity. There's another clip where he basically says he's going to overturn Obamacare, but then also says that he fixed it. Just complete inconsistencies.
Yeah, the guy's old. It's no surprise he might be slowing down. But it might not be the best strategy to focus an election on healthcare when even your friends are saying you don't look so hot. That might invite some unwelcome questions and, who am I kidding? We're talking about the mainstream media here. He's not going to get any questions. Republicans have managed to latch on to some of the most unpopular political positions around, and yet they still have an even chance at winning the White House next year. The healthcare of 23 million Americans hangs in the balance. And if you thought that was wild, check out this story.
Division of the United States has all come from Obama.
In what way?
Because he's black.
And as always, leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.